Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vicky, and I'm Big Manager from ChemLinked portal. Thank you so much for attending our webinar. And here I'm very glad to have this opportunity to show you our function of ChemLinked. And hopefully ChemLinked function will get well interpreted and will take better advantage in your further use. Also, if you have any questions during this webinar, feel free to write it in the chat box or send us by email after this webinar. I will reply you as soon as possible. And the following, we will go through this webinar in 3 parts. What is ChemLinked? What does ChemLinked provide? And how can ChemLinked help you? And let's take these 3 questions and get started now. And in this part, we will first go through this presentation to introduce ChemLinked in summary. And we will then go to the web page to have a deep look and get in detailed interpretations. First, what is ChemLinked? ChemLinked is an English information platform aiming to broadcast regulatory updates in the Asia-Pacific regions to our global audience and remove regulatory roadblocks as well as expedite market access. ChemLinked was founded in September 2012, and in May 2014, it was divided into 4 independent industry portals. They are chemical, food, cosmetic, and agrochem portal. The same year in September, it has a language portal, Japan portal, corresponding to the content in chemical portal. And in February this year, 2020, we have launched the latest version of ChemLinked, which is much more user-friendly for our clients. Additionally, I also would like to briefly introduce our company, Rich24H, and the relationship between ChemLinked and Rich24H. ChemLinked actually is a sub-department of Rich24H, a consulting company offering solution of regulatory compliance involving 4 industries, which are one-to-one related to ChemLinked portals. Which means each ChemLinked portal is supported by a technical team from Rich24H together with ChemLinked editors to help deal with customer demands. Now, we have over 200 staff and 9 global offices. Our corporate office based in Hangzhou, China, and left by Virginia, USA, Ireland, South Korea, Japan, and so on. Until now, ChemLinked has almost 45,000 registered members from over 100 countries, with quite highly page views. And ChemLinked has also established partnership with many regulatory consulting firms, government institutions, associations, and other relevant institutions outside of China, ensuring we can provide a comprehensive coverage of changes in the regulatory and the legislative environment with our scope of coverage. Also, we are all home to already have more than 13 overseas government and embassies to join our premium member family, and receive quite positive user feedback from them, which include Ireland Food Agency, Canada Consulate General, Italian Trade Agency, Australian government, New Zealand government, and elsewhere. And our paid members are distributed in more than 100 countries worldwide, including the enterprise, government, and associations. Here you can see some very well-known enterprises like NASA, Shiseido, Swiss, Amway, Blackmore, and so on are our paid members. Many enterprises has been using ChemLinked for more than 3 years. It is because that ChemLinked has been providing high quality and valuable information and keeping upgrading the service sector with the times to improve our user experience, that we can ensure the highly renewal rate of our paid members keeps them at around 85%. And what does ChemLinked provide? Next, I will focus on ChemLinked food portal and discuss what content are contained on ChemLinked food portal. We strive to become a one-step solution to regulated difficulties in AP regions. Till now, ChemLinked food portal has been developing himself based on following 5 sections. First is news. The typical function for this section is regulatory and industry news, updates with a highest update frequency. Knowledge, we have Wikipedia, report, and expert article regarding regulatory analysis and market insights. Database. In this part, we have regulatory database, which is a collection of original government released regulatory documents and its English translation version with an analytical compilation, which can give you a very basic idea about the regulations. English translations. We have almost 519 English translation books, which value $83,000 in this section. Food active database, which is a collection of more than 2,500 permitted food additive in China, and as well as their use conditions. Food list is a collection of food-related lists, inventories, and catalogs in China. Also, we have events. We have webinar and offline events in this part. At last, we will discuss what else we can do. Apart from covering online information service, we also provide tailored service like the on-demand translation, comfort compliance, customized service, and micro-entrance service. Next, we will go to the ChemLinked webpage to have a deep look of ChemLinked functions. And this is the loading page of ChemLinked portal. And here you can switch to each portal in the navigation bars here. And today, as we mentioned in the PPT, we will talk about food portal. And all functions of ChemLinked food portal are listed in the navigation bars here. News, knowledge, database, events. I'm sorry. And let's start with the news section first. News. The news section provides a very important chunks of regulatory or industry news. And once there's any important change comes out, our editor team, they will translate it into English and put it on our platform, so our audience on ChemLinked platform can receive the authoritative information as first time. Here, for the interface, you can see that our news, we provide the field condition like countries and topics. And for the interface, you can also see we provide 2 kinds of news. The one is locking news, which is with the icon of key. This is not locking news. And the most significant difference between locking news and free news is that the locking news is only available for our paid members. Let's take any one article, for example. We choose China and we choose the topic as health food. Then it will show you all the relevant resource here. And let's take any specific news, for example. This is page of these articles. And from the left, here is some button that you can share this article with social media, like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or email to your colleagues. Also, if there's need, you can also download this article by PPT, by PDF. If you like this article, you can also add it to your favorite, and next time you can find it in your center page. And as bottom, you can see some reference link. And since ChemLinked will use the original government release content as to gather all the regulatory updates. So normally we can post the reference link here, which can lead you to open the new tab to the original government content. And you can also see the author of this article. And if you like if you like her article, you can follow him. And next time you can find all of her article on your Journal Center page. And at last, you can see some recommended resource with a similar title, which may also be of concern. And next is our newsletter. The newsletter is a collection of all the news in the past 2 weeks. You can subscribe our newsletter by click the button of subscribe here. And after the subscription, the news will be sent to your email once 2 weeks. If you need to reserve the regulatory alerts, but you don't have enough time to browse our website every day, you may just check the news in this section or subscribe of the newsletter. Next, let's move into the second section, knowledge. Here are 4 subtopics: Wikipedia, regular analysis, market insight, and reports. First is Wikipedia. The interface of Wikipedia looks like Wikipedia, and all of this article also has been classified according to its categories and countries. And Wikipedia offers a concise overview of each food regulations in China as well as the other Asia-Pacific countries. Let's take any one of, for example, China nutrient supplement regulations. After entering this article, you can find this page was composed of all the relevant regulations about China nutrient supplement regulations. And this article was written by our regulatory analyst who has undertaken a lot of research and gives the most detailed version of China nutrient supplement regulations. By reading this article, you can get a framework of each regulation in China and as well as Asia-Pacific regions. And second is a regulatory analysis. The regulatory analysis was written by a regulatory analyst, which can provide you a very important regulatory trends in very important aspect in China and other Pacific regions, as well as market insight. The market insight offers a very comprehensive information on hot topics, which can help you to better take the market trends. And if you want to get more information about the market trend, we also have a market portal which aims to deliver the information regarding the market trends. And next is the report. And you can see we offer 3 types of reports: annual reports, regulatory reports, and industry reports. As well as all of the reports has been classified by food categories and countries. Let's take any of the annual reports, for example. Then you can see at the end of 2019, we have launched an annual report, Asia Pacific, for the regulatory update in 2019. I've got this report. Also, all of the reports are available for downloading. You can download it if it's necessary. And you can see in this report, ChemLinked has sorted out the regulatory trends in 2019 and also analyzed their influence in each food industry, which includes dairy products, healthy food, infant formula, food for special medical purpose, food contact materials, and pet food. Also, ChemLinked has sorted the regulatory updates in other countries in AP regions, such as South Korea, Japan, and so on. And the next part. And the next part is regulatory database. This section is our database. The first is food regulatory database. The function of our food regulatory database is like an online library, which can provide you the easy access to most known regulations or national GB standards. And here you can also see the coverage of our regulatory database, which include China, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, China, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Also, under each countries, all of the regulation and national GB standards has been classified by both categories. And in this page, you can also see that you can easily get the status for each regulation or GB standards, like enforced, invalid, draft, and to be enforced, and the tab, as well as the release time. And as we know that all the imported food to China and AP regions should be compliant with those GB standards or regulations. So this section will be extremely useful for your daily work. And for example, if you would like to import your dairy product, which is kind of modified milk to China, but you are not sure about the permitted use condition of food additives, then you may just refer to the GB. And the search function, the search box also allows to search any specific regulation by typing the keywords like GB numbers. So if you would like to know the permitted use condition for food additives, you may just refer to the GB 2760. Then it will show you the results. After entering the page of this standard, here you can see some basic interaction of these standards, like the log title, type status, competent authority, countries, release time, also the summary. It's what about this GB standard talks about. And here you can also see there's 2 links. And all of the documents are available for downloading. Like take it for example. If you want to search the use condition in your modified milk, you can easily find the results in this GB standards. As well as you can see all of the category which permitted to be added to be added in your modified milks, as well as the maximum level. And normally we will put 2 links here. The one is the original government release one, and the other one is the translated one. And actually our food regulatory database covers almost all the important regulations and national GB standards in this section. And as you know, some of the official documents such as it's in Asia Pacific regions, especially in China, are not include the English version. So all of the English translated documents are translated by our professional translators with the specific industry specialties. So they are in high quality and accuracy. And this is our regulatory database. Next is English translation service, the English translation part. In this section, we have almost more than 490 English translation, which valued $83,000 in these sections. And all of these documents are available for downloading. And all of the document has also been classified by its code categories and countries. And that's our English translation. And next, let's move to the food additive database. Our China food additive database is a fresh new function which just been launched a few months ago. This food additive database is a comprehensive compilation of more than 2,500 permitted food additive in China. So take it for example. You can see the presentation of our food additive database shows you all the food categories in which food additive is permitted to be added. And let's take one for example. Let's take the modified example. Then you can see also the permitted food additives here. And also for example, you can see the basic information and the specific requirements for this food additive, as well as the maximum limits. Also, our food additive database allows you to search any specific food additive and its use conditions on the search box. For example, we search it. Vitamin A, then it will show you all the food categories which can be added in vitamin A and as well as the usage level. And that's our food additive database. And next, let's move to our webinar. Our webinar offers an opportunity to our global audience to integrate with our government, Chinese government, technical staff, and regulatory analysts. And here you can see we are going to host a webinar on 18th August. Organic food industry in mainland China and the market access requirements. And here in the webinar page, you can see a brief introduction of this webinar lecture, which includes backgrounds, content, schedule time, contact information, and the introduction of the speaker here. If you want to attend this webinar, you can just register from this bottom directly. Also, in case that our members will miss out the scheduled webinar, we also will update the video and the presentation after the webinar. Take this one for example. This webinar is hosted in April, and if you want to watch the video, you can just click here to reply. And also we have upload the presentation of this webinar. Thus you can download it directly. And normally, during the webinar, our customers, they will submit their questions. And after the webinar, we will collect those questions and its corresponding answers and upload it to the webinar page for our audience reference. You can download it as necessary, which will be very useful for you. And this is our webinar. And that's all the information about our membership service. So in order to make sure you could take full advantage of what ChemLinked Photo Portal could offer, we provide this kind of four different membership options: free, basic, standard, and corporate. Free members have very limited access to our resources like news, free webinar, free articles, and basic membership actually is a quarterly standard membership because they have totally same access authority with each other, while only difference in valid periods. And there are two differences between corporate membership and standard membership. It's the one is the use number. Corporate membership allows at most 20 accounts in the same company and 4 access, while standard membership allows only 1 account to access ChemLinked at a time. And the second difference for the between corporate and the standards is that is the access authority to English translations. Corporate members can download all the English translations from our e-translation store, while standard member cannot. At last, what else we can do? First of all, except for the online membership service, we also provide other services to meet special needs of enterprise as following: food compliance service, customized service, and market entrance service, and as well as online and offline events. Customized service. In this section, we provide the on-demand the translation service. We have translation service, training, advertising, and report. On-demand translation service. For English translation service that are not available from our website, we also offer on-demand translation service. And for us, translation service is not just about changing the word from one language to another. Our translation team is comprised of translators, proofreaders with a solid professional background in language translations and interpreting, and we focus on in the field of food regulation to ensure that specialized documents return the proper professional language and term. And our translation service covers a variety of languages like English, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, Spanish, Dutch, and so on. And training service, we provide a variety of customized online and offline training for enterprise and individuals. Also, we provide advertising service and the report. For the report service, if the report in our report column cannot totally meet your requirements, we can customize the compliance report for you according to the characteristics of your products. And about food compliance, we provide food and cosmetic regulatory consulting service in China and other Asia-Pacific countries. Helping manufacturers, distributors, and importers remove language barrier and import their product to Chinese markets. We provide consulting in various ways, including hourly compliance advisory, product registration, industry compliance reports, and so on. And market entrance service. It is universally acknowledged that China represents the big opportunities. So it's very challenging to start business operation in China. We provide full-scale service for overseas FMCG brands looking to Chinese markets, and we establish and expand diversified sales channel, including the live streaming, e-commerce, WeChat, or opening online shop, and so on. Back up our professional team reacts experts in the vertical of cosmetic, food, maternal and baby care products, FMCG, and luxury. As a strategical partners chosen by international brands, our mission is to provide diversified and process to enter China, cultivate brand value, and achieve the sustained sales growth. ChemLinked has also hosted a variety of online and offline events from time to time. Currently, we have launched an online course. You can see. And if you you want to attend this online course, you will just register it here. And in the past, we have also hosted many offline events like the first and second for the conference in Australia. At last, I also would like to show you a successful market entrance example of one of our company members. Here we call it Company A. Company A is a well-known dairy enterprise in Australia. Once they would like to export their existing product, blended cheese, to China via CBEC, but they are facing some problem like most export companies, which like language barrier, food classification, customs clearance, and the corresponding S code of his products. And once the regulatory affairs manager Alex was trying to find some relevant information on Google, and he got to know ChemLinked by reading a relevant article on our platform. And he found it's very helpful for him and believe maybe ChemLinked can do some help with his product exportation. Thus, he sent an email to us describing what challenge and confusions he was facing at that moment. After receiving his email, ChemLinked team has contacted him at the first time and recommended some relevant regulatory information like expert article and the corresponding GB standard in English version. Also, we introduced him our professional consultant of Rich Technical Consulting Group. Our expert helped him to finish the ingredient review and advice with the correct food classification and the corresponding HS codes. On this help, Company A has exported his product to Chinese market successfully. And by impressed by our professionalism and efficiency, Alex has also subscribed ChemLinked corporate membership as his tool for Asia Pacific for regulatory information and compliance strategies. And that's all about our today's webinar. Thank you so much for attending. And here is also a inquiry survey. Would appreciate it if you could fill in the questions here. And if you have any other questions regarding our service, you can also send us by email. And here is our contact email.